let's jump in and talk about some picks. I said the NBA playoffs, they officially kicked off this weekend on Saturday to be specific. And we had some ups, we had some downs. I mean, both of my NBA futures that I picked with the Mavs to win a series and the Nuggets to win a series, neither of them won their opening game. Your Levy Lockett, your Timberwolves hit, but also the Bucks minus 10 shortly before we started recording on Sunday night. That did not quite hit.
No, it did not, Higgins. And look, we've got some good basketball coming up this week. 3 games on Monday, 3 games on Tuesday. I'm not sure exactly what the schedule is on Wednesday, but I know that is when the Nets and Celtics series starts back up again, Higgins. So everyone will be excited for the basketball early in the week this week.
I'm picking 2 of the Monday games so far. I'm only going to take it day by day right now with the NBA slate coming out daily, NHL and MLB. That's all I can really do is take it daily. I'm not in Oregon anymore. I don't have the multi-day slate spread, but...
Oh no, Higgins, we got to get you back on the 5-day out hockey games.
But I am going to pick 2 of the 3 NBA games on Monday, and the only reason I'm staying off of one is because without the news on Luka Doncic playing or not playing with the Mavericks, I don't know what side I'm going to be on for that game on Game 2. But I do like the Sixers minus 6.5 at home against the Raptors. I mean, Philly, they are up 1-0 to start the series, got a big win, 131-111, and especially with Maxey coming out and putting up a big 38 piece. I wouldn't be surprised to see Philly take both games at home right here, go up 2-0, and we'll see what happens after that. And Brett, the other game that I really like is the Nuggets-Warriors. Like I said when I made my series prediction, I think Jokic, if he's going to be MVP, he needs to make it out of the first round. So plus 6.5, I feel like that's the safe pick here with the Nuggets having gone down 1-0 in the to start the series with the Warriors. Now, Jordan Poole came out very hot. Does he keep that going? I don't know. In Game 2, I think Jokic might take over and they'll head out 1-1.
Yeah, so I think as of right now, it seems unlikely Luka Doncic is going to play, so Jazz are about 5-point favorites, Higgins. I like your Philly pick. I don't necessarily love the 6.5 line. I think Toronto comes back a little stronger in Game 2, a little more fired up, Higgins, after kind of getting beat up by the Sixers, and James Harden didn't even play well in that game. So I think Philly's the side to be on. I may find a way to get involved in the money line. I have a pick coming up on Tuesday that's on the money line, so maybe I combine those two and parlay it, Higgins. But I haven't really decided what I'm going to do on Raptors Sixers. I'm just telling everyone I like.
What do you think of that over-under? The over-under sitting at 218.5. I mean, last game 131-111. That feels a lot lower than the pace that we saw in Game 1. But who knows? Maybe you're right, and we do see the Raptors respond and shut down that offense a little better.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I guess I would generally say I like your Philly side the best of your 2 Monday picks. For me personally, the 6.5's a little rich. But heading on to Tuesday, Higgins, I am jumping back into this Timberwolves-Grizzlies series, and kind of similar to what I'm saying about Toronto, where, they kind of got not smacked around or anything, but beaten up. Like, they were clearly the second best team on the court that night. Memphis was the second best team on the court in Game 1 versus Minnesota, Higgins. Anthony Edwards, one of the highest scoring playoff debut games of all time. I think he's top 5 on that list. I think there's a few people tied with him, but he made the top 5, so that's pretty good. But I think Memphis comes back, protects home court here. They're minus 290 on the money line, also minus 6.5. Again, kind of what I'm saying in the Raptors series. I just think these teams pretty evenly matched. I think, the reason we've seen these numbers get covered, Higgins, are because, at the end of the game, foul situations, one team's making foul shots, the other team's not converting. Flip that around, you make a few foul shots, right? Other team misses a jumper or two. All of a sudden, you have a much tighter game. So I'm sticking on the money line in this one with Memphis minus 290 on the money line. I think they send the series back to Minnesota tied. And again, I'm looking for a parlay partner here. Don't exactly know what I'm going to do with it, Higgins. Mentioned maybe that Philly game you're on, but we'll see what happens, who I parlay it with. But Memphis minus 290, that's a side I know I'm going to be on for sure.
Okay, I was going to say minus 290. When I saw that on the rundown, I had to ask about it because it's way too much juice for me to pick on its own. But I understand as a parlay partner, there's a lot of potential there because I do agree. I think Memphis responds and goes back 1-1 with it being even again. But it's an interesting one. Minnesota definitely played a great game one to start that series.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that, Higgins. And look, maybe I parlay it with this game here on Wednesday that I'm going to preview. Nets at Celtics game 2, Higgins. Real quick, we can talk about the ending
this was
of
a fantastic
game 1.
one too.
Yeah,
This could have been a moneyline magic if we've continued that segment. This would be up there for that.
For sure. This was an unbelievable finish here at the end. And look, Kyrie Irving played about as good as possible. Kevin Durant struggled a little bit. Dragic struggles a little bit down the stretch. So I think Brooklyn bounces back. I think they can keep this within 4, if not win outright. So I like Brooklyn plus 4 in game 2. They obviously would have covered that number in game 1, Higgins.
I had that in game 1. I posted that on our social media, actually. Hopefully you had it. I had Brooklyn plus 4 and on the money line in game 1, so I didn't quite reap the full benefits. I lost by the juice of just a little bit, but I think this is going to be a very entertaining series. I think this is going to be back and forth. I think it's going to be close regardless of who wins it. And Kyrie and Boston, it's going to be hard fought. It's going to be some bad blood, I think.
Yeah, definitely saw a lot of that in game 1. Was certainly entertaining.
Yeah, it really was. And it's going to be a lot of baiting. Marcus Smart up for Defensive Player of the Year. He made that final 3. He's very, very intellectual, and he can get on some people's nerves very easily.
Great player, though. Heart and soul of the Celtics team.
For sure. That defense, he leads that defense for a reason.